Hey, SaaS hackers, this is Aaron. I wanted to show you today what I've been working on for a number of clients. This is a client that I'm working with right now, and I'm not going to hide anything because I talked with this client already, and we agreed that I could share this with you guys. So I'm not going to hold anything back. I just want to show you what I have created for their new onboarding sequence. So we've heard a lot from folks like Lincoln Murphy and other SaaS consultants that trigger-based onboarding is much more effective than an email drip sequence. And so I have never found a good flow chart or chart how to create trigger-based sequences. So what I did is what I've been doing with clients is creating these for them. So I just wanted to show you how I set it up. And this might help you as you're creating your onboarding sequence, or if you already have one, it will definitely help you improve your onboarding sequence significantly. Now, first thing is you need to have some type of marketing automation in place. So Intercom, Drip, ActiveCampaign, Infusionsoft, something where you have marketing automation based on triggers that happen within the app. If you don't have something like that, then I would highly suggest switching whatever you have into a automated marketing trigger-based system that is going to increase conversions for you significantly, well worth the money based on how many users you have coming in. If worst case scenario is you don't have anything like that, you can still create an onboarding sequence that is much better. It just won't be triggered based on actions they take within your app. So let me just walk you through the process here. So for this particular, I'm gonna make this bigger. So for this particular sequence, a credit card is required for sign up. I've been doing a lot lately where credit card is not required. A good sequence that I found for clients is sign up for a free account that's limited, and then when you try to do specific things, you have to upgrade to a 7 or 14-day trial with credit card. So that way they can go in and experiment with the product first, and then once they've seen the value and they want to take the next step, require them to put in a credit card. And this is the micro commitment strategy, which is really effective. So instead of asking them for giving them a free pro trial with unlimited users or unlimited features, I would suggest trying out and just split testing this maybe and seeing if that works, giving them access to limited features and then having them upgrade, putting in their credit card and still getting a free trial with all of the pro features. So as you can see, I have this broken down in a 14-day trial period. Day one, I'll walk through the sequence. Day one, they sign up for a free trial. They get the welcome email. And then the first step is, did they add their custom domain? And so these are the customer success milestones or metrics. These are the actions that they need to take in order for them to have success with the product. So if you don't have those mapped out yet, I would highly suggest figuring out what the key actions are that your user needs to take in order for them to understand and really find value in the product. And often this is 3 to 4 things, sometimes it's more than that. The goal for your onboarding sequence should be to get them to take each specific action and walk them by the hand and show them what they need to do in order for them to have success with your product. In this case, there's a few things that they need to do. One is they need to add their custom domain. They need to shorten their first link. They need to add the Chrome extension. And once they get clicks on their link, that is when the aha moment happens for them, is because they start to see all the data coming in. But to get them to this point, they need to do all the rest of this stuff. And so here's how I have it set up. Day one is they get the welcome email. If they don't add their custom domain within the first 2 hours, I send them another email. And this is getting them to connect their custom domain. Often what I'll do is I will put up goals up here. So goal for day one is to get them to connect their domain. Goal for day 2 and 4 is to shorten their first link. If they don't end up adding their custom domain, then if no action happens, then they get sent the next day, they get sent email number 2. And this might sound like a lot of emails, and I totally understand that. You don't want to overwhelm your customers with emails. But if the emails are done correctly, each email will move them down the funnel, even if they don't end up taking each action, because each email is not focused on getting them. It's not focused on the next action. It's focused on the benefit that will happen from them taking the action. There's a huge difference between telling someone, hey, you haven't logged in a while, log in right now and shorten your first link, and saying, hey, if your links aren't getting clicked on as much as you want, here's a way to solve it. Or if you're not able to gauge the engagement of the links that are coming in, and I'm referring specifically to this client, Click I Am, because they're a link shortener. And so I'm speaking to the client's pain points, and then I'm connecting the pain with the action that they need to take in order to solve that pain. So if that makes sense. And I'm going kind of fast here, but I don't want to harp on this for too long. So as you can see, based on whatever actions they take, if they don't shorten their first link, they get emails day 2 and day 4. If, let's say, they do add their custom domain, they do shorten their first link, and they do add their Chrome extension, then day 1, they see this, and then day 2, they'll see email number 4, which is, did they get clicks on their link? If they did see clicks on their link, say that 10 times fast, then most likely they've seen the value in the product and they're not going to cancel, which is great, which is why there's nothing after this. If they did cancel, then they will have a feedback sequence. And this is not, the feedback sequence is focused on figuring out what is it about the product or experience that caused them to not sign up without asking them straight up, why didn't you sign up? And I have a few different emails that I test here. So email 5 is one email focusing on one strategy. Email 5 is focusing on another strategy to kind of get them to respond, to find out. After that, after the feedback sequence, that's when they should go into the ongoing nurturing sequence, which is they get the emails on a regular basis focusing on converting them to a paid user because they've obviously shown an interest. So that's the onboarding sequence. A little bit later, I'd like to go into detail about each email and how to identify the customer success metrics. But for now, I think that's it. So thanks so much for watching.